Women's sport and women's cycling, let's face it, at the moment is the biggest bang for your buck that you're going to get as a sponsor coming into sport. The amount of the return on your investment of coming in and being a sponsor within women's sport. Sponsorship's tax deductible. You can give a percent. You know, you'd be better off putting your logo on here than doing that. It's a great PR. But women's sport over the last decade, you know, this is the biggest bang for your buck that you will get as a sponsor at the moment with the racing that we've got. Tour de France fam, the eyeballs, the fact that we've got line-to-line coverage here of the women's elite national championship race. This weekend they've had live coverage of the Spanish championships, the Italian championships, the British championships, the French championships. We commentate a lot throughout the year. You know, Tour de France fan, Avec Zwift, that comes back in August. You know, for me, one of the proudest moments of my life was Paris-Roubaix, Avec Zwift with Lizzie Deignan winning the inaugural, the first ever Queen of the Classics in the Queen of the Classics, as we've called it for over 100 years. You know, that is the moment, and this is for companies coming in. This is where they need to be.
It's important, and I think it's a great opportunity for companies, for brands to come in and sponsor teams where, you know, just generally in cycling, the return on investment is very, very high. And so I always say, you're like a moving billboard, aren't you? You've got your sponsors on the jersey, on the shorts, and you just look at the prominence of the fuel, for example. And it's based on a membership, a subscription for coffee, and we know how cyclists love their coffee, and it's all the little things, you know, thinking about your jersey and how you display your sponsors. So, you know, always having, you know, black shorts, having the white, it's far more prominent in terms of the colour, so it's very visible, you can read it. Thinking about the font, there's so many things that go into having a team, and that, you know, looking at your commercial side of a team and your marketing side of things. There's so much that goes on, Marty, and of course for companies and brands to be involved with that is very, very beneficial.
And you touched on it earlier, is that we are the biggest free sporting spectacle in the world, and when you've got your vehicles, you've got your riders, and when you look at the videos that come out of races, the youngsters, the next generation, especially, you know, the young girls coming up and being able to just walk up and meet their riders, you know, the jerseys, the sponsors, they're on the cars, and wherever you go in Europe, in the world, you know, you're able to just make your way to the fans. And women's cycling and the pros in women's pro cycling, you know, you're a former pro, have always been so accessible, and you can't do that in other sports.